Hello viewers, welcome to Ekam IAS Academy. In this initiative, we are going to discuss daily current issues which appear frequently in the newspaper from examination perspective. So we are going to discuss today Red Sea crisis. You may be all aware of this particular issue which is appearing in the newspapers and different news channels for a long time, since 2-3 days, that is Red Sea attacks. Okay, so who are attacking this and why it is important for your examination perspective and what is the concern for India, all these things we are going to look in detail, as well as the main focus of this initiative will be in focusing on upcoming prelims. Okay, in this initiative we are going to discuss prelims, mains wise, weightage, syllabus and all these things at the same time. We are also going to discuss how it is really helpful for your prelims. Okay, we are going to discuss the probable areas of prelims also along with this particular issue. Let's start. So you can see Houthis are attacking. Okay, so Houthi rebels are attacking the different tankers or ships on the Red Sea. Okay, so what is happening here? So we are going to discuss this initiative. So first you need to know the location where it is happening. So in UPSC you might have already an idea that UPSC always focus on the areas of conflicts. So whichever the areas, for example, if you have seen 2023 question paper of UPSC prelims, so in that there is a straightforward question on countries bordering Ukraine. Okay, so why that question was expected or why that question appeared in the prelims is mainly because it is all the time in news, because Russia and Ukraine are in war for a long time and UPSC's focus has been on that particular area. So same way as this particular area is always important strategically also, and also from the examination point of view, because nearly here only you can say above you have Israel-Palestine crisis also happening from the long, and also now this Red Sea area which is very important for global trade, this also has been in the news because of this Houthi attacks on the Red Sea ships. Okay, so that is the why we are going to discuss about this particular location, and through this location maximum 12% of global trade is happening every day, and also 90 million barrels of oil is also passing through this particular route, which is very important for different countries. And what is a concern for India? Because India, 85% of India's oil imports are coming from different countries like Russia, Iraq, Iran, UAE, etc. So for this also we require this particular route to be very safe. Okay, for all these reasons we are going to discuss this particular location, what is its importance and who are all the players involved in this conflict, what is a concern for India as well as for the global trade. All these things one by one we are going to look at. So before starting this, what are the locations you need to locate for the examination perspective? First one is Suez Canal. So through this route, okay, this Suez Canal you might have studied in world history. Why it is in world history? Because Suez Canal crisis is so much in news. Okay, and also recently a ship was blocked in the Suez Canal, that was also in the news. So Suez Canal, you should know the location. So it is a narrow strip. Okay, this is a man-made strip. Okay, this is not natural, this is man-made, which is almost nearly 200 kilometer narrow strip which is connecting here, which is a sea, Mediterranean Sea. This Mediterranean Sea is connected with Red Sea through this Suez Canal, and this Suez Canal is very important because you can see here in case, okay, most of the trade should happen like this. In case if the Suez Canal route is blocked, okay, that means it is taking so much long. You can see here, if the trade is passing through or the shipping route is happening through this Red Sea or Suez Canal, it will take almost 25.5 days. But in case if this route is not, or if this is in tension, then what happens? Then all the global trade, either from the Northern America or this European countries, if they want to trade with Asia and other countries, so then they have to come through this all way and they have to send their shipments. Okay, so that can be to India or Southeast Asia and other countries. So then what happens? Instead of 25 days, it is going to take 34 days, and you can see the distance also, it is taking 18,500 kilometers in case you are using Suez Canal. In case if you are using Cape of Good Hope, it is taking 25,000 kilometers. That means almost you have to travel a distance of more than 7,000 kilometers, and it will take again 8 days more, okay, approximately. So this is the issue happening. That is why major countries are concerned about this route, okay. So now we are going to look into, after locating the issue on the map, now we are going to look into who are these people, okay. So first we are going to, the contents of this particular video will be this. So why it is in news, who are Houthis, okay. So where is this Yemen located, Red Sea located? From exclusively prelims perspective. This is very important. This is the hot area of UPSC all the time. It focuses on West Asia. So you can see previously in 2014 and 15, almost for 3 years or 2 years, there were continuously questions on West Asia, countries opening into Mediterranean Sea like this. This year we can expect countries located on the boundary of Red Sea, or they can even ask the locations, like they can ask the straits or some other things. So we can also focus on Bab el-Mandeb also from prelims perspective, which is connected to Red Sea, how and why these Houthis are attacking the ships in Red Sea, okay. What is the reason? There should be some reason behind that act, okay. And what is the impact? So we'll see in importance with India, what is its impact on India, and as well as global trade also, and we are going to look into what is a possible solution for this. So these are the main issues we are going to discuss in this particular video. Next, so before discussing this, you should know this is very important in perspective of international relations in GS paper 2 of mains. And in prelims, there is simply a particular line mentioned in your syllabus, that is current affairs of international importance. So under it, it is also very important. So this is a syllabus mapping of this particular video. Then we are going to see why it is in news. So you know the reason is global trade is in troubled waters because Houthis, who are Houthis? They are militants backed by Iran, and they are attacking in the area of Red Sea or Gulf of Aden. This is a news in, okay. Then who are these Houthis? So we are going to discuss about this. So this Houthis or Houthis, so these people, you should know, they belong to Shia sect of Muslims, and they belong to Yemen, okay. So in this point of view, you should know they are based in Yemen, okay. They are located and they are ruling in Yemen. So what is this Shia? And you know Islam as a religion is divided into two sects. One is Sunni and Shia, okay. So because of this divisions in Islam, so many countries are dominated either by Sunni or Shia. This is resulting in some geopolitical tensions as well. How it will be looking in this video now. So these people belong to Shia sect, okay. Then what is the problem? They are rebelling, means they are rebels against whom? Against this Yemen government itself. So here we need to understand the equations. What is the equation is Houthis, okay, they are in war or they are rebelling against Yemenis government, okay. So there must be some government in Yemen. So this Yemenis government is of course Sunni dominated, okay, and these people belong to Shia sect. Because of this reason there is a conflict, okay, and there must be some support from the external world as well. So these people, because they are Shia dominated, of course you know the country dominated by Shias is Iran. So Iran is supporting this Houthis, and this Yemenis government, they are being supported by USA. And you know of course the relation why, if Iran is on this side, US will be on this side, because always US and Iran will be on the opposite ends in any particular war. So they are in the war, civil war we can say, almost from a decade, 10 years onwards. There is a war between this Houthi rebels against the Yemenis government, and interestingly they are controlling the northern part, okay. The northern part of Yemen they are controlling, and they are ruling from a capital called Sana'a. And the southern part is under the control of this Yemenis government, and they are under this capital of Aden, okay. So but Houthis, they have power, okay. Since almost a decade they are ruling from this particular capital called Sana'a. But what is the main issue they had is they have power, okay. Power is there now, but What is not there? There is no recognition. Internationally, they are not recognized as the official rulers of Yemen. That is what they want. So for this, they need some support externally also. That external support is being provided by this countries like Iran and also other countries like US, Saudi, all these countries, or even Israel also. These countries are supporting Yemen. Okay, Yemenis government against this Houthi rebels. Then why suddenly they came into the picture is, you know, from long time Israel and Palestine conflict has been in the picture. So you know, Israel is fighting against whom? Israel versus Palestine. So in this Palestine issue, you know, two areas under Palestine control are West Bank and Gaza Strip. Okay, so you know, there are some forces for liberation of Palestine, like you know, there is Hamas and Palestine Liberation Army, PLA. So these two forces are trying to liberate Palestine from Israel's illegal occupation according to them. So this Hamas is in war with Israel from long, as you know. So when this Israel and Hamas, so you know, of course, when this Israel is on this side, whom does this Houthi support? They will support this Hamas. So they are going to support this Hamas. And when Israel started, whenever the Israel's trade and all this is passing through Red Sea, these Houthis started attacking Israel ships. So in that way, this Red Sea attack started. Whenever this Houthis are started attacking this Israel-based ships also, targeting, because they wanted to support this Hamas. They wanted to loot these ships and they wanted to provide that investment for Hamas so that they can continue war against Israel. Because you know, Israel is economically a well advanced country, a developed country compared to Hamas. They are very insufficient in funds. Because of this, Houthis want to help this Hamas group against Israel. That is the ulterior objective which they had, and this is the main background of this particular issue. That is why Houthis, okay, so they are fighting against Yemenis government and they are having the support mainly from Iran. Iran is also a Shia dominated country. So this is particularly the background of this issue. Let's see further. So here you can see Houthis. So these are the rebel groups in Yemen. This we have also seen, they have been fighting a civil war with Yemenis government for almost a decade, and they are named after a tribe, okay, and who follow Jaidi Shia beliefs. So this is a particular division again in Shias. So they mainly belong to Shia sect and they are ruling officially from the capital Sana'a. Okay, officially the government is now operating. Official government is out of Eden. So Yemenis government has been thrown by this Houthis and they are supported by Iran. This is the most important geopolitical equation which you should know from examination perspective. Houthis are backed by Iran and Yemenis actual government is backed by Saudi Arabia and other western countries like US and all. So this is the main important thing which you need to know. Then, so what is another important issue is, there is a name of axis called axis of resistance. Okay, so like you know, in World War II we have seen there is a war between Allied powers and Axis powers. In this particular war between the Houthis and Yemenis government, or in the Western Asian countries, we see this name axis of resistance. This is nothing but an informal group. This is not an official group, but it is an informal group which is mainly aimed at anti-Israel. Okay, they wanted to combat, okay, they wanted to stop Israel's political occupations, or they wanted this anti-West political military coalition. Okay, so US is supporting Israel against Palestine. That is a well-known fact. So all this needs to be stopped by this axis of resistance. So who are all included in this particular thing? As you know, Houthis. Houthis are from Yemen, and two other forces are also there. Who are these two forces? This is, one is Hezbollah and Hamas. So here you can expect one question UPSC can ask: match the following areas or minority groups and their areas to which they belong. So for example, you know, Houthis are based from Yemen and Hezbollahs belong to Lebanon, and Hamas are from Palestine, Israel and Palestine. So these are the three forces who are in minority and they're fighting against this Israel and Western political occupations or military coalitions in the West Asian countries. So here you need to know, in Yemen, Houthis are fighting against Sunni-led internationally recognized Yemeni government backed by Saudi Arabia and UAE and US also. So we are seeing this, and experts also see this as a proxy war between Iran and Saudi, because you know Iran and Saudi are two main countries in West Asia who are trying to dominate entire region. So for this region, this is seen as indirect war between Iran and Saudi instead of between Houthis and Yemeni government. That is an important thing which we should need to know. And here you have to understand the location of Yemen. So this Yemen, okay, so you can see this is the location of Yemen in the world map. So Yemen is bounded here. What is the water body we have? Okay, it is Red Sea. Here it is Mediterranean Sea. So Red Sea, and here you have Indian Ocean. So this is in the strategic location where Red Sea is getting connected with Indian Ocean or Arabian Sea. Okay, so this is a location where it is very important for Yemen. In this Yemen, you can see this is Yemen, and these people are ruling from Sana'a. And you know Aden will be like this. Okay, it will be here. So through Red Sea, when you wanted to connect with Arabian Sea through Gulf of Aden, it is very important because Yemen is located at this strategically located at this particular location. So that is why we need to have this Houthis, okay, so attacking the Red Sea issue to be resolved at the earliest. Next, location of Yemen. We have already seen where is the Yemen located, okay, so here you can understand. Yes, located in Arabian Peninsula, that is West Asia, and it is bordered by which two countries? Only two countries. To the north you have Saudi Arabia, and to the west you have, into the east, sorry, you have Oman, and the capital is Sana'a, from where this Houthis are ruling, and maritime boundaries are with Djibouti, Eritrea and Somalia. So you should answer in this video, put in your answer in the comment section, which countries are called as Horn of Africa. Okay, so which countries are grouped as Horn of Africa? Put your answer in the comment section. Then sea surrounded by, okay, so this Yemen is bounded by Red Sea, we have seen, and Gulf of Aden. So these are the two water bodies surrounding this particular, and also the water bodies are connected by which strait? You know, geographically we have seen there is a term called strait. Strait is a term which connects two water bodies. Okay, what is the land equivalent of a strait? Put your answer in the comment section. Okay, so Bab el-Mandeb is a strait which is connecting this Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, or with this Gulf of Aden is nothing but an inlet of Arabian Sea only. Okay, so this Bab el-Mandeb is a strait water body which is connecting this Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. That is why it is very important. And largest island of Yemen is Socotra Island. You can see here. Okay, this is a Socotra Island, and this is the largest and only island of Yemen located in the Arabian Sea. Okay, then next you need to know about Red Sea. So Red Sea, you have to know Red Sea is connected through Mediterranean Sea by Suez Canal, and you do have to remember that Suez Canal is a man-made strip. Okay, so almost a 200-kilometer narrow strip which is constructed to facilitate this particular trade, otherwise it would take a longer route. Okay, so this Red Sea, you need to know what are the countries bordering. Is Jordan bordering this Red Sea? Jordan is having here, it's not connected to Red Sea. Okay, so Saudi Arabia, Yemen on this side, these two countries are bounding Red Sea. At the same time, you need to know Egypt, there is Sudan. Okay, Sudan is having boundary here, Eritrea is having, and Djibouti is having. Okay, so these are the four countries on the side of Africa, and two countries from the side of Asia, that is Saudi Arabia and Yemen. These 4 plus 2, 6 countries entirely are having boundary with Red Sea. For those who want to remember easily, you can follow this code DESI. Okay, so this is Djibouti, E for Egypt, this is you can remember Saudi Arabia, this you can remember for Sudan, this is for Eritrea, and this is for Yemen. Okay, so do remember one important thing you have to remember is Eritrea. Eritrea is having boundary with Red Sea, it is not Ethiopia. Ethiopia is landlocked. Okay, this is most important thing because there are 2 E's. Okay, so one for Egypt and one for Eritrea. Don't get confused with Ethiopia. Okay, this is one main thing. And Red Sea, you know, it is a seawater inlet of the Indian Ocean between Africa and Asia. 2 water body, okay, 2 continents are separated by this water body, Red Sea. And also you can see here, it is connected to the Indian Ocean in the south and Bab el-Mandeb Strait and Gulf of Aden also. Okay, so through Bab el-Mandeb particular strait, okay, strait is nothing but a narrow water body which is connecting two main water bodies. That is what we have seen already. So this is going to connect this Indian Ocean and Gulf of Aden. Okay, so and you can see here to the north of the Red Sea there is Sinai Peninsula. To whom this Sinai Peninsula belong? This is belonging to Egypt, and you know this we have studied in international relations, if you have an idea, that Sinai Peninsula was once occupied by Israel. Okay, later after the war it will return it back to the Egypt. That is why Egypt is the first Arabic country to establish diplomatic relations with Israel. Okay, out of this West Asian countries, okay, Egypt is the Arabic country which have established, because it got its Sinai Peninsula from the Israel. And Gulf of Aqaba and Gulf of Suez. Okay, so these are also very important water bodies which you need to remember. And what are the bordering countries? As I told you, this is a key you can easily remember, because there can be a potential question on bordering countries of Red Sea in the next prelims. Okay, then we need to know about this Bab el-Mandeb. Okay, so Bab el-Mandeb is very important for trade perspective also. So you have seen, okay, these two water bodies, Red Sea and Gulf of Aden, are being connected with Bab el-Mandeb. Okay, so this is a water body, water strait. Okay, then we need to know about Bab el-Mandeb. It is a narrow strait, okay, between Africa and Arabian Peninsula. It is located between Yemen means that is part of Arabian Peninsula, and Djibouti and Eritrea on the African coast. So these two are getting connected with Bab el-Mandeb. It is known of Gate of Tears. Okay, Gate of Tears means at this point of time, earlier in the history, so many ships used to stuck and so many ships got destroyed and there are no remnants. So many people lost their lives in this particular area because of different reasons. That is why it resulted in tears. So it is also called as Gate of Tears. Okay, and what is its importance? Bab el-Mandeb is important because the ships from the Suez Canal can reach the south because of this Bab el-Mandeb Strait itself. And you also have understood that this is a main route. Otherwise, if this route is not there, Bab el-Mandeb route is not there, then the vessels must all sail through this Cape of Good Hope. And you have seen already, kilometers wise and days wise also, it will be a longer journey. Next. So this is what, okay, so this is making European countries to reach Asian countries in a shorter and faster way. But if they have to sail through all this route, it will take a longer route, and it will also increase the cost of shipping. So these are the challenges which are involved in the alternative routes. So these are the things which you should know from the prelims perspective. What is Suez Canal? It is a man-made 193 kilometer tiny strip that connects Red Sea with Mediterranean Sea. So you also have to focus on countries which are bordering this Mediterranean Sea, because Israel and Palestine conflict has been in news. So there is a potential chance that UPSC can ask this question. And Gulf of Aden. Gulf of Aden, if you see, this is a deep water gulf in the Indian Ocean between Yemen on the north and the Arabian Sea in the east, and Djibouti on the west, and Socotra Island of Yemen and Somalia on the south. Okay, so in the northwest you can see it is connecting with Red Sea through Bab el-Mandeb Strait, and it is connecting with Arabian Sea to the east. So this is a location of Gulf of Aden also. And Cape of Good Hope, you know, we have seen that is not the southern tip of Africa actually. So many people will be thinking that is the southernmost point. What is southernmost point is Cape of this particular Agulhas. Agulhas current is also there. If you have known about the ocean currents, Agulhas current is also there. So Cape of this Agulhas is the southernmost point. This is not the southernmost point, but this is rocky headland in the Atlantic coast of Africa. Okay, so why are Houthis attacking? So as we have discussed the relations between the Houthis and Iran on one side, and Yemenis government and Western forces supported by Saudi and UAE, all these countries on another side. So Israel and Palestine, or Israel and Hamas, are in conflict from long. So because of these conflicts, two reasons, or you can see, to attack and to deteriorate this Israel. So they wanted to support whom? Hamas in this war with Israel. That is one idea why these people are attacking the ships, and to support Hamas. So these are the two reasons why this Houthis, they wanted to support Hamas by providing some investment by attacking these ships and looting these ships. So this is one reason why these people are attacking the ships from Red Sea. Okay, what is the impact? So even in the newspapers you might have seen 2 ships of India are also being attacked. Okay, also have been attacked by Houthi rebels, but different countries' approach is different. Okay, so for example, US has launched an operation. If you have known that operation, you can put the answer in the comment section. The operation name is Operation Protection Guardian. So whom you're protecting, whom you're going to protect? You're going to protect this particular ships which are sailing to Red Sea, and you're going to guard this. So this is one main thing which you have to keep in mind. Okay, so impact of this Houthi attacks on ships. So here the risks of military escalation in the Middle East. So whenever one country and another country are joining, it will be resulting in a geopolitical tension, like in the case of Russia Ukraine, or in the case of Israel versus Hamas. So this risk of military escalation in the Middle East can increase geopolitical tensions. At the same time, it can increase the oil prices also, which are mainly import dependent for different countries like India. Okay, and the impact on Egypt and Suez Canal route is also very high, because Egypt, if you have seen, it is controlling this Suez Canal, and it is collecting some fees also for the ships passing through this particular route. So in case if this route is blocked, that is Suez Canal route is blocked, then economically Egypt may suffer. Okay, that is another reason. And economic impact means global supply chains may disrupt. Okay, and oil prices also may increase. Countries like India are import dependent for oil, so almost 85% of oil in India is through imports only. And major, now if you have seen in the trade relations, Russia is the largest supplier of oil, and India is importing this Russian oil even from that Suez Canal route itself. So in case if there is a Houthi attack continuing on this particular route, then economically it will be a challenging thing for India as well, because oil prices will exacerbate. And short-term supply chain threats also can happen. So short-term supply chain threats, like the trade happens through 2 routes. One is coming from southern part, that is like Asian countries, and going to the northern part like Europe and all. And another route is called southern based shipping, which is coming from Europe and which is going towards Asian countries. So in this way, this location is very important. So it can threaten some supply chain issues also. Next, so what is the conclusion? So here you have to remember that always, in case of any political tensions, geopolitical tensions, or any war-like situation, there can be an impact on the cost. Okay, like cost of oil can increase, crude oil, refinery products, all this can increase. There can be an impact on stock levels, and that particularly if the oil price rises, then oil price rise will be transferred to the consumer itself. So it will increase inflation in the economy. So inflation will trigger so many other impacts also. So these are all the impacts that have been that can be arised because of this Houthis attack on the Red Sea. So as part of this particular video, we have discussed some important things, right? So based on that particular things, you have to answer the following questions. One is practice question for prelims, and another question is for mains. So Hezbollah or mentioned or the members of rebel group operating in which country? Option is Lebanon, Yemen, Saudi Arabia and Iran. So for this, as we have discussed, the answer is Lebanon. Okay, so next mains based question. What were the events that led to the Suez Canal crisis in 1956, and how did it deal a final blow to the Britain's self-image as a world power? Okay, so this question was asked in UPSC mains only. Okay, so you need to see how the questions are being framed. So there will be IR based questions in GS2 will have lot of linkage with current affairs. So you need to focus on what is the impact of Israel-Hamas conflict on India, or you have to know what is the conflict, Russia-Ukraine conflict impact on India, because you have seen any particular initiative taken by developed countries also, if there is any big impact on India, that will be a potential question for mains. So in mains you have to analyze what is cause, effect and what is its impact. Okay, so these are the main things which you should answer from this perspective of Suez Canal attacks and Red Sea attacks. Okay, so this is up to this. Thank you.